So by now I have watched the Amazing Digital Circus finale, and obviously I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm writing this before I actually see the movie, but I do want to send a message to the Amazing Digital Circus. I want to say thank you so much for absolutely disappointing me in ways I didn't even think was possible. It was so much worse than I was expecting that I ended up thinking that maybe even the Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss series aren't as bad as I thought they were. Series I have cut people off from because they push my D&I boundaries, by the way. The writing was awful. There was so much potential for more focus on so many other characters that the internet has already talked to death about, but instead this all gets overshadowed by Jax, who wasn't even handled properly, making the entire point of his masking self-defense mechanism look pathetic, while the way he was forgiven makes it look dismissive to the harm that was done. But as a writer, I get it. You write what is familiar to you, and perhaps people have already heard what they need to hear from the other characters. Maybe someone has watched Kangle's growth from start to finish and learned to accept a part of themselves, and maybe I'm just more bothered by Jax because whether I like it or not, I relate to him. And for that reason, I found myself becoming a better person. I used to be a huge avoidant because after getting hurt, I convinced myself I deserved better, and masked by demanding respect, which is why everything about me is royalty themed. This led to me literally defining myself into the archetype of the villain because I believed the only thing I was good at was being a bad person. Nowadays I stopped playing the villain because I knew I didn't want to hurt people, but back then if I felt somebody I loved was going to leave, I didn't see the point in trying to stay and let myself get hurt. Even if the other person was just going through something, I still wanted to be my friend. This went on until one day I realized, oh my god, ew, I'm acting like Jax. Ever since then, I just stopped pretending like I don't care because the last thing I want is for people to think they're worthless to me. For that reason, I feel like I owe it to TADC for making me a better person. So Goosework, I genuinely hope you do not rest after all of this is over. I hope you spend this time reflecting and learning and realizing that you need to improve. The people you are with, is that really who you want to associate with? The things you have said, do you want people to feel they have to fight to be accepted in this space all because of something they can't control? The stories you have written, are those really the lessons you want to share? I understand what you were trying to write, but if Kane's intentions were supposed to matter more than his actions, it doesn't matter what the fandom has said to you, because it came from a place of genuine love for the project. Gooseworks, I have seen you at your best, I have seen you at your worst, and I have seen you. So whether or not my friends hate me for this, I sympathize with you. I am one bad mistake from becoming you. I already slipped up once and fairly recently too. I'm surprised I haven't been chased off the internet for it yet. So Gooseworks, I truly hope you learn to be a better person. I know right now it might feel like the grave is already dug and you should just lie in it, but there's no point in improving. I felt this way when I realized I was wrong about everything in my entire life, and I'm probably very wrong for this entire video. I felt like there was no point in anything if I was just going to be in the wrong, but that shouldn't stop me from at least trying to be right. I want to learn from my mistakes and yours. I hope you learn Gooseworks, and I thank you for teaching me.